Hello viewers, here is an Optimus or Optimus, whatever it is, tower fin. This was out in the trash. I'm not really sure why, because it looks like it's almost new and unused. I guess that's one of the good things about going back to work, is you can find free junk on the side of the road again. Because if I don't have enough fins as it is. You can see the blade is clean. It looks like it hardly has any hours on it. Let's take a look at the informations. Looks like it's going to have been made in the 2007, and it is model HF-600TR. Unfortunately, it's also made in China. 0.35 amps. The only thing I can see wrong with it is that cracking up there, but I mean, that doesn't seem to really affect anything. I don't know why they would throw it out over that. Although this certainly wouldn't be the first time that somebody threw something out that was totally and completely usable and perfectly good. This does have stinking electronic controls, which I don't like. Just adds so much extra complication to the piece of equipment. And I don't know what that is for. Perhaps there was a remote that went with this at some point. I don't see an infrared receiver on here. Of course, that's not to say that there isn't one behind that dark plastic there, but I don't see one on the surface. Looks like it has a timer and wind and modes. I hope it would produce a wind. That's kind of the point of a fan. Well, anyways, before we go any further, let's go ahead and plug this in and see if it works or not. I tend to think that it will, but I've been wrong before. The plug is kind of jacked up. Wonder if that's why they threw it out, because they didn't know how to fix plugs. There we go, now that'll fit into the outlet. Okay, let's see what we have here. There it goes. Oh jeez. Okay, so we have a problem. Now I see why it was tossed out. Okay, so can we fix this? Most likely. So let's see what we have to do to get it fixed. Guess why not fix it? Looks like we're going to have 3 screws on the back. I'm not going to edit this video. This is just going to be an uncut video to see how long it takes me to fix this. You know, last time I worked on one of these tower fans, it was quite the production to get it apart and get it back together. Hoping that this one won't be as difficult, but we'll see. seems to be stuck down at the bottom for whatever unknown reason. There we go. So let's see what went wrong. What in the world? It seems to be colliding with... I don't quite understand how that would happen. It seems to be colliding with that channel down there at the bottom. I wonder if this fan is actually decent quality. You can see there's balancing weights on the impeller. So this may have actually gone through some degree of quality control testing. Well, of course, some part of the design is certainly flawed. I don't understand what would make it hit that. Alright, let's remove this top bearing. And the motor seems to be fine. Even looks like there's lubrication in there still. Now we got to figure out why this has changed. So I'll get the screw off of the set screw off. Back out a little bit more. Okay, there's the blade. So this is the source of the problem, but I don't understand. Ah, I see what happened. I see exactly what happened. Fixed. That was easy. Very, very easy. People just gotta try, you know? People are so quick to toss stuff out today, it's ridiculous. I don't think this is the proper way to assemble this. I think the top is supposed to come off, but this is how we're going to do it. It's already broken anyways, so let's try to get it. That does have to go on the inside. Okay, that's mostly back together. And again, I'm only being that aggressive with it because this is already all broken anyway, so. Okay, that's assembled. Let's put the screws back in and we'll test it. Watch it run perfectly fine. Okay, here we go. Turn it on. And it's running perfectly fine now. It's moving a decent amount of air too. Now let's see, what do we have here? 2, 3. It's not bad for a cheap VN. The airflow is pretty decent. That's modes, whatever that is. Does that seriously sit there and just go through all the speeds? That is so dumb. I can't believe that's even a thing. It just sits there and goes through all the speeds randomly. That is so dumb. Okay, what else do we have here? Wind. It's on wind now. Seems to do about the same as modes. It just randomly turns on and off, which is so horrible for the motor. Now if you had an ECM motor, this would be kind of acceptable, but for a PSC motor like this constant changing of the speeds up and down, on and off, that's putting a lot of strain on the motor. I'm almost surprised it wouldn't overheat after a while, running it like this. That's so dumb. And we have oscillations. Can't forget about those. Okay. This timer, I'm not going to sit here for... Oh, that is outrageous. Outrageous, the way this timer works. You gotta sit here and add up the numbers? Okay, half hour, an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, 4 hours, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 8.5. Outrageous. Outrageous. This control set is outrageous. The whole thing is outrageous. The wind, the modes, outrageous. Well, needless to say, it works. And it's a very simple fix. The piece just came out of alignment when it fell. That's all. Runs just fine.